Shiva me vibhuti, 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 Shiva me vibhuti. Shiva becomes manifest. Shiva, who is generally unmanifest, becomes manifest. What that means is he has been silent all along, and now he has started to manifest. Shiva and Vibhuti are energy and matter. So he is going to give us material wealth. And as you begin to hear and chant Shiva me Vibhuti, lots of miracles will come from Shiva. He will manifest your desires. All that you need to do is just use this special Vibhuti. Put a dot of it on your forehead, in between the eyebrows, and then start chanting Shiva me vibhuti, Shiva me vibhuti, Shiva me vibhuti, Shiva me vibhuti.
Greetings, everyone, and welcome to Powertime Practice here at Pillai Center Practice YouTube. And we're also honoring Pillai Center Academy, Pillai Center, and Astrovid Services to uplift humanity. So maybe somewhere deep down inside, you'd like to live a more purposeful, more rewarding life. And so here you are, your soul has been guided to find out how to gain that kind of wisdom, that knowledge, that understanding of your soul's journey at this point in time. So welcome to anyone who is new to the teachings, and those of you who have been around for a while, welcome. And my name is Sucharita, for those of you who don't recognize my voice. And it's always a pleasure and an honor to be of service, especially at this time of the year. 'Tis the season to be jolly and to experience joy and the gift of giving the highest and best versions of ourselves, not only in material comforts or gifts or money or things like that, time, our energy, our resources, but that joy of living as a human being on this earth plane, knowing that it is super challenging. It is very dark in some places, war-torn countries, natural calamities, a lot of people suffering because of the economy, because of what's happening in their country or their place that they're in. So it's the whole world is in turmoil. And if we tap into that, we will burn ourselves out, or we will lose faith. We will lose hope. We will not remember or recollect that our soul's intelligence came here to the earth plane in this lifetime to experience it, so that once we come through it, because that's a sign of the Kali Yuga, so history, isn't it? It's so done. It's not just a chronological time frame of living here on the earth plane, on other planes as well. It's an epoch or an era where there's a lot of pain, a lot of suffering, a lot of madness. Nothing makes sense. So as Dr. Pillai has shared, we are in the golden age. So we don't have to wait. It's already happening. This is the technology to find out how to unlock the secrets of our soul and then experience what we need to do in the golden age. We can't carry Kali Yuga energy or characteristics or personality or qualities or that game plan, because it just isn't going to do too well in the golden age. The golden age is miracles. It's lightness of being. It's pure joy. It's loving life as it unfolds and as we face our challenges and as we overcome our challenges. So we are here at Powertime Practice to share these windows of opportunities where your soul will be fulfilled. You will get filled up with the divine energy of the beings who we are aligned with here on the earth plane. We're human beings, and then we're aligning in the cosmos with beings who are also being birthed into their place where they are, that space-time continuum. So Vaikuntha Ekadashi is a mouthful, and it's a tongue twister for those of you who are not familiar with Sanskrit. It is a language of the soul. So Vaikunta is the gates of heaven. It's a heavenly realm. Ekadashi is the 11th moon. And at this time of the year, the gates of heaven open up, and this archetype called Lord Vishnu comes and says, hey, listen, everybody, I know you're struggling. And as Dr. Pillai shared, Lord Vishnu is a party god. He wants everything to be joyous and happy and fulfilling and rewarding, and for everyone to be grateful for what they have, and more will come. So it's a power day to seek Lord Vishnu's blessings and absolve sins. So sins are not so much about right or wrong. Of course, there is a moral value to it, but the sins are we missed it. We missed the mark. So we were going in one direction, and all of a sudden we got tripped up or we got distracted, and then we went in another direction, and well, we missed that mark. And we all know we're suffering. So suffering or pain is an indication that we're not taking care of where we are going, what we're thinking, what we're doing. So Powertime Practice is all about being in the right place, right time, thinking, saying, and doing the right thing. And it's so divine. It just uplifts you and everyone around you. And it can be anything. It's not just an end goal. Oh, I got my goal. I got my, $1,000 bonus or whatever it is, or I got my car, or I got my favorite Christmas toy. It is not about the end game. It's about your being aligned with this heavenly abode, the gates that have opened up, and you don't have to die to go to heaven and hang out outside until St. Peter in the Christian faith says, okay, you are a good person, come on in. Or you are bad and go to hellish realms. I'm not saying that that's right or wrong. I'm just saying we don't have to die. Our soul is really intelligent, and it can just say, hey, what's up? What's going on right now? I want to experience miracles. I want to erase the sins or the mistakes. I missed the mark way too many times. So we want to boost our wealth consciousness, our material abundance consciousness, and have a spiritual awakening. So again, this is the season. All traditions, all cultures on some level or another are experiencing that same kind of energy, and it gets translated into the customs that they use to honor the spirit that moves through this time of the year, through the earth plane and the cosmos. And you can just be grateful, full of greatness, and then you can be full of abundance, and you have so much that you will just give of your time, your energy, and your resources. So there's going to be a bunch of things going on at that time. It's on December 22nd, Eastern Standard Time. And Dr. Pillai shares about the 11th waxing moon phase. It's a time when you can directly access the energy of Lord Vishnu, the god of wealth. I want to give you money blessings through Vishnu, so don't miss this time. So Dr. Pillai said every year at this time, you're at the party, so get the party gift. Don't leave without getting it. Take it home. So it's a very happy time. You can multiply your wealth. It will give you access to perhaps your ancestors, because our ancestors are hanging out in different realms, maybe hellish realms, maybe heavenly realms, and they want to experience success, whether they did here on the earth plane when they were living or not. And so why is that important for them to go and get into Vishnu heaven and experience more wealth, more joy, more happiness? Because we are connected to their genes. Even though they're dead, they're no more. Our ancestors are no more here on the earth plane. They want to bless us. They want to bless their descendants. So if they didn't leave an inheritance, they're really upset about that. So what we can do is we can do the tarpanam for sure. That's the feeding the ancestors. At this time, Vaikuntha Ekadashi, it's a time where your ancestors will get into heaven. They'll get into Vishnu's heaven, Vishnu's abode. So then we can experience this prosperity, luck, abundance. He's the consort of the goddess Lakshmi Shrimbrazi. And here's an image of him. And we are going to do a power time practice, Puja, which is an elementalization. So he's hanging out on the ocean, the Milky Ocean, on a snake bed. And there's the goddess Lakshmi Shrimbrazi at his feet. And he's chilling. He's doing a little bit of an abhishekam. His one hand is hanging out. And there's a Shiva lingam that usually depicted in temples where he's doing a puja. So that's how blissful the golden age is. You can just chill and then you can feel the bliss and experience prosperity that way. So all this spiritual technology that has been passed down through the traditions, that Dr. Pillai hails from the Tamil Siddha tradition, and we are a part of it. For some reason, we're here. So we must be a part of it. So soak it up. We don't have to understand it intellectually, although you could take a deep dive on the Google search if you want. You can read blogs or vlogs at Pillai Center or Ashraved, and they are summarizing why it's so important. Go on to the store post and read the story about it, and you will get the blessings, because knowledge is wealth, and it's wisdom when you read this kind of knowledge. So there are lots of different things you can do. You can observe a fast and pray to Lord Vishnu to give you the grace to overcome your misfortune and negativity and relieve you of debts, absolve the sins and the sins that you inherited as per your lineage. We move into this lifetime and we go, what? How did I inherit that? It's the sins of the father, because we share the genes. So we want to clean up those genes. We want to get the blessings. We want to solve relationship problems, get into a more harmonious state, attract prosperity and fortune. And then help to get the divine, ask for help to get the divine support for accomplishing your ambitions, your goals, and then gain spiritual upliftment for yourself, your family, your community, your country, and ultimately the world. And we will be free of the Kali Yuga. The more, the merrier. So we all come from different faiths. We all come from different traditions, but this is the spiritual technology that's been around for thousands and thousands and thousands. Did I say thousands? Thousands of years. Can't even put a number on it. So it's an energy that's always available. It's eternal, and we can tap into it. So you can read more about that. But for the purposes of this session, we are just going to enjoy getting into the spirit of the ability to express to ourselves that we deserve it. We want it. Give it to us now. We want to be like a Toys R Us kid at Christmas time. This gives us a reason to be celebrating. So that's Vaikuntha Ekadashi. That's coming up on the 11th moon pretty soon. And then we're also going to be honoring Dattatreya. So Dattatreya is celebrating his birth, and he's this beautiful being. He's a guru who has come to the earth plane right now, because Dr. Pillai is embodying his energy, which consists of the Holy Trinity of Lord Vishnu, Lord Brahma, and Lord Shiva, just like the Father, Son, and the Holy Spirit is in the Catholic tradition or the Christian tradition. There is the Holy Trinity that will reveal those kinds of the ability to create. So that's Brahma, the ability to sustain, or it pervades all through your life, the ability to maintain your lovely lifestyle and beautiful health, wealth, joy, relationships, and so on is by Lord Vishnu. He fulfills your wishes. And then Lord Shiva, he will destroy the negativity. People say, oh my God, he's the destroyer. He's actually good for you because he's like a bodyguard. You don't have to worry about it. You just move through the crowds of people and all the challenges in life, and then you have this big protector. He will destroy anything that is going to get in your way. So those three beings have incarnated. That energy, that intelligence has incarnated as Dattatreya. And we have an image here. This is called a yantra. It's a sacred geometry. You can see some geometric designs in there and some sacred letters. You don't have to study it. You just have to let go and allow the spiritual energy, once we charge it up, to come into your space, into you. And we have Dr. Pillai over top, of course. We also have Kamadhenu here, and she is the wish-fulfilling cow. We don't need to know too much about that, but she just really wanted to be here. She's also associated with Dattatreya. We have Agastya. So Dr. Pillai is also having a big celebration at the end of the month. So Dattatreya Jayanti is on the full moon coming up after the 11th moon. And it is going to be a time where you will wake up those energies inside of yourself. And then at the end of the year, Dr. Pillai, on the 30th of December, 31st of December, January 1st, there's going to be a 3-day celebration where Dr. Pillai is going to invoke all the beings that need to come and help us to experience the golden age. So we're going to awaken our soul, like wake up and experience the life that you came to experience, which is joy, happiness, no more suffering. It's like a fine line. When we cross it and we go over to suffering, it's so easy to just go down the rabbit hole and indulge in all that. It's habitual. But now we're evolving and we don't know exactly how to be in the golden age, but this is the technology that will get you will wake up to it. And then Dr. Pillai is connected to all the beings, all the gurus, all the masters that will say, okay, there's going to be a bunch of people whose souls are hungry and thirsty for this. So you just give whatever we ask you to give to them. And then if you want to be a part of that journey, you definitely will receive those blessings. And then you'll know how to navigate. It's like getting the keys to the Ferrari. There's the Ferrari, but now you got the keys. And then you got to figure out how to drive that puppy. So that's what it is. Dattatreya's birthday, that energy will get birthed inside of you. There's different ways in which you can experience that by participating in yajnas or these spiritual pujas and fire labs and celebrations, ceremonies that have been Dr. Pillai has been asked to do this for the whole world. So if you think, oh, well, what little old me, how can I make a difference in the world? You can. Just by participating in it, sponsoring it. If it's in your budget, then you just say, oh my God, I can do this. It's something I can do. And you will be uplifting humanity along with everyone else. So Kamadhenu is associated with Dattatreya, and it symbolizes Mother Earth, the power of creation and sustenance. There's usually 4 dogs that are around her that represent human traits such as desire, lust, hope, thirst, and his power over them, Dattatreya's power over them. There's the wish fulfilling tree, which you can see behind here. And that will help you to always stay in that state of having your wishes fulfilled, but having divine wishes fulfilled. Because we all know we've got shoes in the closet that we don't use them. Or we have things that we haven't even taken the price tag off of. Or we bought things, or we went out and spend excessively on a dinner and it wasn't even really good. So it will help us to get rid of those ego-driven desires that are getting us into trouble. So we want to pray to this wish-fulfilling tree for divine wishes to fulfill our soul. And Dattatreya has, he carries these japa or rosary beads. It's a japa mala. It means that he counts the mantras. He's always praying for his devotees. So he also has a pot filled with nectar, the pure wisdom, to revive those souls who thirst for knowledge and then deliver them from the endless cycles of life and death. So that's what the end of the Kali Yuga is all about. You don't have to die to come back again. You can just die off to your old ways of being, and then the golden age, the door is open. It's wide open. But we don't know how to navigate it. It's a little tricky because it's just coming in. And it's a lot of energy, a lot of intelligence, and a lot of power, and you want to use it wisely. So having Dattatreya's blessings on the level of your soul, you will always be guided to do the right thing. And perhaps some of people who want to get out of this endless cycle of life and death, continuously coming in, reincarnating, and having to learn everything again and again we forgot from the last lifetime. It's just, well, some people can just say, no, I'm done. If I have to come back, I want to be a light body. I want to have no pain and suffering, and I want to be able to help do miracles for the world. That would be the only reason to come back, really, for some. So Brahma is the creative energy, Vishnu is the sustenance energy, and Shiva, annihilation energy, again, destroying negativity. The four dogs represent the Vedas, the Rig Veda, Yajurveda, Samaveda, and Atharva Veda. And then also the yugas, the Krita Yuga, Treta Yuga, Dwapara Yuga, and Kali Yuga. So the states of the word beyond Pada state, Pashanti, perception, Madhyama, conception, and Vaikari, vocal. So it will take over your body, mind, and soul. So you won't be able to mess up. You'll have the Guru. Guru means to take away darkness, ignorance. So we want to get out of our silly mistakes that we made. We put our foot in our mouth, meaning that you said things that, oh man, why did I say that? Why did I do that? Why didn't I say something? Why didn't I do something? So Dattatreya will give you the blessings and the wisdom. You don't have to go and study it. You probably did in many lifetimes, and now you're just going to do the fast track. So once you get the blessings of both these divine beings during their power times, and all of the divine beings associated with them, then you will be, as the Bible says, you'll be surrounded by angels, and those angels will guide you no matter what. So you'll have your wealth wishes fulfilled, your material desires will be fulfilled. You'll gain the highest knowledge and accomplish your goals, remove adverse impact of the planets. So your astrology, even though you may know your astrologer, you don't know your astrological chart, you're welcome to go and get a reading from one of our fabulous astrologers at Astroved or Pillai Center. They will help you to find out what your challenges are. This is your blueprint. So you got to know where you're going. You got to know how to set your GPS so that you do navigate life and you avoid the roadblocks. You avoid the accidents. You avoid the delays. And then you have a sweet drive wherever you're going next. So, and that can happen in your life, in your personal life. Out of nowhere, you could be faced with challenges in your relationships, family dysfunction, work relationships. And those are the times and places that we spend most of our energy, our resources, our thoughts on interacting with people in our lives, at work, home, and in the community. So, and that's pretty much most of the day, and we can't even sleep without thinking about it. So that will be all removed. You'll get the right thoughts will come to you at the right time, and you will attain spiritual transformation. So not just kumbaya, chanting mantras, feeling good, then get off the mat and you're screaming and yelling at people, or you're depressed or whatever. So that will be actually transformed. It will be removed. That ignorance will be removed. And then you will be liberated from the karmic bonds, getting rid of anxiety and fear. OMG, everyone is fearful, anxious, especially these past few years during pandemic, lockdown. Oh my God, what are they going to do to us? Take away our rights, and we have to be careful. It's like walking on rice paper. It's terrible. And everyone knows someone, if they're not anxious or fearful themselves, we all know someone, if not a lot of people, who are anxious and fearful. So how do we get rid of all that? We call on the divine beings and ask them to pervade the whole earth plane. So we can eliminate our ancestral curses and suffering that we inherited. We never signed up for it, but hey, we got to play it out. We've got to diffuse it. But then once we honor these divine beings and we say, okay, come on, let's bless the ancestors through the rituals, through the remedies that you do or participate at the right time during these power times, then things start to shift for you and your loved ones. And that's the beauty, because our loved ones may not understand what we're doing on this path with Dr. Pillai or on our spiritual path in general. And we may be the black sheep of the family or perceived as that, being weirdo, but not in the golden age. People are going to be like, oh my God, you're an angel. You're so awesome. You're so divine. And you're going to be going, okay, great. Thanks for catching up. So that's what will help you to experience the shift, because you'll start to see it in people who did not understand. And they are looking, they're thirsty, they're hungry for spiritual knowledge. And you being, doing whatever you're doing, and you being that spiritual warrior, perhaps, instead of a warrior, you're a warrior. And you don't have to fight. You call on these divine beings, you don't worry about it, and they come in because you called on them. Remember, don't use the Lord's name in vain. Don't just call him out and say, and he goes, yeah, well, hi, I'm here, genie in a bottle. And what do you want? You're just like, what? I'm a stunned banana. You don't be like that. So you call on the divine and you say, look, I don't know what's good for me. I don't know what wealth consciousness is. I don't know exactly what I really need or want. I don't want to be in trouble. I don't want to make the same mistakes and then have to worry about or be in debt for that, those mistakes, and have to pay it back. Maybe in this lifetime or other lifetimes. So just erase that. Edit that part out for me, please. And then your soul, because it's super intelligence, it says, okay, you've made some mistakes. You understand where you made the mistakes. Now go in this direction. So we're going to offer 5 different items that represent everything that makes up the 5 elements in the whole earth plane and on other planes as well, in those cosmic realms where these spiritual beings are on different levels, subtler levels of energy forms or energy vibrations. And then we are also made up of the 5 elements, which consist of earth, water, fire, air, and space, or ether, or Akash. So when we offer those items, then these beings will say, oh, now I can connect with you. Thanks for dialing me up. X marks the spot. Here I am. What do you want? So you can take a moment to think about what it is that you want. And remember, yes, you want material things, but what would you feel like if you had so much abundance that you could just give randomly? You could just be full of joy and say, hey, can I buy your groceries? And they will just look at you and almost be in tears and joy and happiness. They won't be thinking, oh my God, you're a weirdo. They will just know that it was a divine intervention. And yes, please do. And there will be a dance of joy. And then you'll just be strangers departing. Because the divine will always guide you to do very beautiful things for your soul. So happiness, peace. Could you imagine if the whole world was peaceful? What? We can be peaceful because we're knowing war for way, way, way too long. It's too close to home. And some people, it is in their home or their homeland, or they had to leave their homeland, or family members have passed. God bless everybody. So we're in a very turbulent time, and this is where you can be calm, relaxed, even if it is for a few minutes, with the grace and the blessings of Dr. Pillai, who is going to activate at your level of your soul's evolution that which will give you happiness and joy, everlasting peace and abundance. Those will just be secondary. So feel it, feel fulfilled, because that's your birthright, to feel fulfilled. So much so that you're just going to be giggling for no reason, blissful for no reason, and having everything for no reason other than to share it with others and uplift yourself and others. So we're just going to fill up the water here and we'll get started. So we'll be praying to Ganesha, who removes the obstacles. His energy is also inside of us at the base of the spine and also throughout our legs right down into the earth. He helps to anchor us, keep us grounded and not spacey or too emotional. He will ground us so we're maybe shaken, but we're not stirred by what is going on at any given point in time. So Ganesha or Ganesha will do that. He will activate billions of angels. And those angels will come and they will protect. You'll feel the protection. Then we will call on Dr. Pillai to give us the grace and blessings. We'll use the mantra of his name, Om Dram Dattatreya Shiva Baba Namahan. I think Radha's here. She'll be popping everything that you need to know to stay on top of what's happening. Because this is the end of 2023. There's a lot of energy, a lot of blessings, a lot of gifts, a lot of divine intervention. So we don't want to just ignore it. We don't want to blink and miss it. And this is the way to receive it. So Dattatreya. And then we will call on Lord Vishnu to fulfill our wishes. And we will then come back and experience all throughout the energy shift. So if you don't know what that is, remain open to receive. So just like our Christmas gifts are wrapped, we don't really know exactly what's under the wrapping, but we're ready to receive it. We're excited. And then when we get it, we go, oh my God, this is awesome. So before we get started, we're going to be offering flowers along with the different items. So the flowers represent the Akash, the ether. We're going to offer some fruit that represents the earth, some water, ghee lamp, which is the fire element. Gods and goddesses love it. And then the incense, which is the air element. And then again, this is where we're at right now. So we're going to take a little bit of vibhuti and take it with our right hand ring finger, just like so. And we're going to put it across our forehead or a dot between our two eyebrows, just above the bridge of our nose. Some people put a little dab on their tongue. Some people put some on their throat. And then you can say, Shiva me vibhuti. And just as you heard the YouTube version of it playing, Radha, maybe you can post that on the chat. Play it all the time and apply it. And it's miracle consciousness. So if you don't know how to get miracles in your life, do this all day long and your life will be very smooth sailing, and that will be a miracle, wouldn't it? So then you can take some of this red, this kumkum powder, right hand ring finger again, Take a little dab, will do you, and pop it on the spot between your two eyebrows in the middle of your forehead, and you can say Kleem, K-L-E-E-M, and that will help you to attract beauty, joy, happiness, whatever it is that you want. It will stick to you, and that's where the third eye is. So it's, again, X marks the spot. We have some Ganesha grass or Bermuda grass. It's fresh. I got it from the local Indian store here in Toronto, Canada. So it was lovely that I was able to do that, get that today, because usually I use dried Ganesha grass, but the guys in the back said, oh, we've got fresh Ganesha grass for you. So it's perfect timing. And that will awaken the Kundalini energy inside of you and unlock so many secrets to find shortcuts to success. And then we have the different flower petals that we're going to offer as well to the various beings. So you can reach out and touch it. You can say your name and your star. And if you know it, your nakshatra. If you don't, maybe you want to find out about that, and Radha will show you how to do that for free on Sherbet. So at another time, and then you will know, okay, if I'm going to participate in these spiritual services, then I'll know, oh my goodness, I'm saying my birth star, and that's got the energy, the star quality that I have access to. That's my birthright. So it will wake up inside of me. So your nakshatra, and then you know your name already. You can say your name, or you don't have to say anything. You're here. So that's what it is to do it in a nutshell, honoring the tradition to activate this connection to the divine beings. So let us go and start with Ganesha. We'll give him his Durva grass, D-U-R-V-A, or it's also called Bermuda grass in English. And then also Ganesha grass. And you can give fresh or dried. It's fine. Or even seeds. Bermuda grass seeds. I don't know the botanical name, but you can look it up. But Bermuda grass, Ganesha grass, that'll do it. So let's begin. Paying attention to the base of your spine, down your legs, reddish orangish light, and then feel the Kundalini starting to rock in the tailbone region, the pelvic region, and start to move its way up your spine, piercing the chakras, starting to get them activated, and then eventually going up through the brain and the skull and into the space. And imagine a reddish orangish light while you're doing that. You can look at these beautiful poinsettias, Christmas colors, and that's the color of Ganesha. So here we go with Dr. Pillai's grace and blessings. Om Gam Ganapataye Namaha Nirvignam Kuru Kuru. 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 Take a moment to connect with these images that are getting activated, activating the 5 elements inside of you. Pray for shortcuts to success or removal of all kinds of obstacles, challenges in your life. You're done with it. You need blessings. Now we will call on Dr. Pillai and activate this Dattatreya yantra, which is a landing pad for Dattatreya's energy to come in and then radiate that energy out to you, and that intelligence and the wisdom and everything else we talked about, so that you become aligned with being in the right place at the right time, experiencing miracle consciousness. So we'll call on Dattatreya with Dr. Pillai, the image above, the yantra. Om Dram Dattatreya Shiva Baba Namaha. 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 Make a prayer to Dattatreya, Lord Dattatreya, who has incarnated as the Holy Trinity and all the qualities associated with creation, sustenance, or sustaining your existence here, pervading all aspects of your life, and then destroying or dissolving away any negativity that is no longer serving you, been blocking your progress. You see the karma, and now you're done with it. Been there, done that. So call on Dr. Pillai, Dattatreya, to birth that consciousness, which is your birthright, to overcome the challenges. They don't do it for you. You have to say, Here's where I need it in my relationships, in my finances, in my health and well-being, in my job, my career, my business, wherever it is in your life that you need a miracle or two, or maybe more. Then you ask, and especially for spiritual blessings, ask for wisdom. Then we will pray to Lord Vishnu. He fulfills the wishes. So we will call on him with a bunch of different mantras and see which ones will get activated or activate this image, and then you can feel it. So once again, we will start with offering the different items, and then we will do the mantra as well. Om Narayanaya Vidmahe Vasudevaya Dhimahi Tanno Vishnu Prachodayat. 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 Now we're going to offer this dried tulsi. There's a tulsi leaf, sacred basil, or tulasi. So you can offer fresh ones. We don't have that, but you can get the tea leaves, the tulsi tea leaves, and then offer it to an image of Lord Vishnu. And it will activate inside of you. Your wishes will be fulfilled. Not just hopeful thinking or wishful thinking, they will be fulfilled and you will experience them. And you can say any mantra that's associated with Lord Vishnu, but here's what we'll do. Om Namo Narayanaya. 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 Take a moment to connect with that activation. Inside of you that creates wealth, health, happiness, joy, beauty, success. You don't know how. It's going to be a miracle. So you pray for that. And then we will continue on. Om Namo Narayanaya. 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 Connect with that offering. Feel like you've just entered his abode in the heavenly realms. The gates of heaven have opened up beforehand. You get a preview to what it's going to be like. And then you can prepare yourselves to align with his energy at his power time during Vaikuntha Ekadashi. Coming up. So we'll close out this session by offering our prayers of gratitude to the divine beings, Ganesha, Dr. Pillai, Dattatreya, Lord Dattatreya, and then Vishnu, and all the beings here as well that were invoked earlier to support the transmission of wisdom into your soul. Your soul is super intelligent and full of light, and it will guide you. It will be the light that guides you to do the right thing at the right time. And flowers just fell off of Dr. Pillai's statue. We're always looking for a sign that it was a successful experiment, if you will, energization, so that you feel it, you know it, you did it, and then look for it in your life and let us know how it goes. So with gratitude, heartfelt gratitude, grace, blessings from Dr. Pillai. Thanks to everyone for joining, and thanks to all those who are praying for the world through sponsoring the celebrations that are awakening Dattatreya, Lord Vishnu in the earth plane, in everyone in the earth plane at this time. Shiva me vibhuti, 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 Shiva me vibhuti. Can reach out and take the light. Experience love and light from the inside, the energetic shift, so that you experience it in your life. Have an amazing journey, holiday season. We'll see you with Dr. Pillai at the end of this month, the end of the year, the end of 2023, the end of the Kali Yuga. And look out, the golden age is ready for us, and we're going to receive the blessings, the guidance, the light, the intelligence, the technology that will help us to navigate this fabulous time so we don't fall back into pain and suffering of the epoch before. So Golden Age is here. God bless you all. Thank you so much for joining. And thanks to Radha and Yagna for being here all these years, helping us and the team to make sure that we have this available for everyone. So take care. Happy holidays. Be safe. Be joyous. Be charitable with your time, your energy, your resources. Be in the right place at the right time. And the divine will bless you with peace, prosperity, and enlightenment. Namaste.
You can see signs of miracles, statues of deities, gods of all religions will show signs of miracle. The booty will be falling out of pictures of gods and messiahs. Shiva me vibhuti, Shiva me vibhuti, Shiva me vibhuti, Shiva me vibhuti. Shiva me vibhuti, Shiva me vibhuti, Shiva me vibhuti, Shiva me vibhuti.